couldn't see what they're doing to me. I'm actually gone where he entered illegally in the basement and upstairs too. There was all kinds of things happen. But when you can't go to the cops, they'll arrest you. What do? He actually put underneath the vents, right up to it was in the basement, but it was underneath the vents, right under them, that would suck it up into where I'm at. The upstairs, he actually poured, this is just one of the things he did, he actually poured the barbecue lighter fluid, the can, right underneath it. I found it and it was out. Now, this is one of the things he did. Now then, this was rented unfurnished. He left his machinery there. And here's what I want to say real quick. Now then, before I left, I was so sick. And then he comes with this eviction notice, and then I called Brutality County, and they tell me he must have made it up. No, they didn't serve it. Well, there was 2 cops there from Brutality County, cars there. So with what they've done to me, I left. It looked like an eviction notice to me. Paid my rent. Here's what he said after I left, and I want to mention this before I finish this. Before I left, I pulled a string to pull down the stairs to the attic. This is a small little guest house, is more like it. And when I got up there, it shocked me. His mother's stuff, furniture, and clothes were up above me, and this is small. They're all mildewed. You wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it. The man rented it to me unfurnished. He's used it for a storage place. He has come in and run amok with chemicals, everything. Now then, he's gotten a so-called eviction notice. And by the way, he laughed one time. He'd just come in when he wanted to, let himself in. He said, you know, you can't sue me because there's a statute of limitations. Now, I hadn't said anything about suing him. I want him locked up. And he may be dead for all I know. So you get my gist. All this has gone on, and nobody's paid for it. Now, here's what he said about me. He actually kept my deposit. My God, I only lived there a few months. I made a point with somebody else come and help me because I didn't have a car or anything, but to make sure, my God, I don't even have that much garbage. I don't have money for food. I made sure the garbage was taken down. He saw me. It's right. The garbage place was right by his where the cans are, and they come and pick it up. So he knew that. So he's lied. What else can I say? Everything was a lie. After I left, here's what he said. He charged me $20 a day. I paid on the 3rd, so he said I owed him $60. He had to make 2 trips to the landfill, dispose of soil mattress and box spring, a total lie, 7 large trash bags left on the porch. I can't believe it. He's charged me more for that, and he charged me, what he's saying, $75 for something repairing some floor and labor, and then the vacuum cleaner, which wasn't supposed to be there. It was a storage thing, like a closet, an old vacuum. He's charged me for that. It's a leak in the water pipe in the basement. It just goes on, and on the back of it, it's his. If he had to take anything out, it was his mother's furniture and clothes that were left without me knowing it in the attic just above me. It was his things that were left there, not mine. And so he used my place for a storage unit and then lied about everything. And this is the way all of it's been carried out. He talked about the burner on top of his stove, something. He charged me $88 for that, a pan or something. You could just go on, it's all lies. And he didn't notice this. How could he just notice it? I did just before I was forced to move. I noticed that his wife and daughter would go out to the barn, which was behind the house and behind the guest house where I lived, I noticed they made a point of going early in the morning, like about 3 or 4 o'clock, when it was dark and cold, and at night they would go out there and they'd stay quite a while because they had, I think, a goat and they had some peacocks and they had, I don't know what animals they had in there. I can't remember, and I don't even know. I didn't go in the barn, so they may have had heaters. Someone told me they did. I don't know. Anyway, I found out. Well, they were going early in the morning and late at night. I was standing there not long before I moved, and I went to the electric box, and I turned off until I saw the lights in the barn go out that they were using, and then I flipped it back on and they came back on. So they knew that I had found out they were using my electricity. Now then, because of comments he made, he had spotlights outside where he had 2 Jags in a garage. They were huge. Do you call them spotlights? So I don't know. They could have been used on my electricity. The barn sure was over those months. So he he says here that he's, you can't believe it. He's talking about air conditioning, heating. Had somebody come and look at it, clean it. He charged me $89. He's gassed me. I've put all this on tape. It's too much to tell. It really. And then he even lies down here. He says, Peggy, my name's not even Peggy. I have to use it. Remember you told me you left Richfield because of the putty in the windows was triggering your problem, and you would not allow something about motel where you were staying before you got here, would not allow to use any cleaning solutions as they triggered your problem. You know, they have told such lies about either the carbon monoxide and dirty ducks. He did not want to jeopardize my health, so he made me move. I'm laughing because it's so preposterous. And by the way, the Richfield I'm coming to here, that's not at all. The one thing you'd have to get them, and this is just part of it, you'd have to get them before a court of law, and he may be dead. I don't know. His wife was a lot younger, and he had a daughter that's inherited all of that if he's dead, so he won't pay for it. It's so preposterous. But that was a lie about Richfield. I did tell about why I moved from out there because I didn't say that to him deliberately using chemicals just like he did. And I didn't say anything about putty. To my knowledge, putty doesn't make me sick. So he lied about everything, just a total lie, and kept my money deposit and then charged me. This was turned over he did. He said he turned it over to his lawyer here. Copy to attorney with pictures. Ron Sizer. This is damages he's saying. And how do you fight back if the law doesn't work for you? And now then, I've been put in the position, I've tried to leave Roanoke and then run back because you got the law involved in it, who I am and what I wrote about, which I was led into writing about it, really, the mind control murders and patterns. But now then if it's not bad enough that these people involved aren't held accountable, I've had to go back because I can't find a place to live that I can afford, and I don't know if I could find one anyway because I'm blocked, and there's a gag order of mine standing on all of it. So they can keep on doing it till the day I die, and I'm 75, and I'm not long. My health is so bad. So now then, where I got in, because Terry Sawyer, the law, took me there, I got into Edinburgh within a couple of days in '06. I got into Richfield a couple of months after Terry took me there, and I put in an application.